So ladies and gentlemen, I promised you we are going to do something different today. Good morning and welcome to One for the Culture. And definitely this morning it's a bright morning because I got none other than I got friends, man. I told you I got friends. And of course Mr. Spree has come in, but of course not alone. He has come in with friends, and these friends, man, we're going to have a little conversation with them. And of course I'm talking about Deep State Mob. They are in the building. Of course, remember they have their mixtape out, Mob Ties, and we'll be talking about that and more. And definitely we understand. Unajua unasikianga tu Deep State. Unajua Deep State ni nini? In a couple of minutes you are going to understand that. Right about now, listen to that. Just listen to that. Just listen to that. Do we pull it back? Do we pull it back? Cheers, man. Cheers, man. It's exactly 10 minutes at 10 a.m. Thank you so much for choosing One for the Culture as your way to kickstart your mid-morning show this fine Saturday. And of course, with me, I told you I'm not alone, but I got Deep State Mob up in the place.
All the way.
Yes, sir. And of course, we are going to jump right away into this discussion. And of course, I'm going to start with my man, Spree.
Yes, sir.
What up, bro?
What up, G?
You good?
Niko poa sana. Asante for this opportunity to come kwa hii radio, mzee.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. So, just to kickstart this interview, man. So, who is Spree for those listening in and watching in for the very first time?
Okay, Spree is a 22-year-old songwriter. I mainly write songs because that's the thing I can say that I'm really good at, because I can do a lot of things, but when nikifanya vitu zingine, I usually feel like there are people who are doing it better than me, or see, I'm not really good at it, but nikiwa ngoma na vile inaingiana nasema like, yeah, this is my thing. So like mini rapper. Yeah. Nimekuwa in the game for a few years now, but this year ndo nimeamua kuchukua music seriously.
Make it official.
Yeah.
So you're a songwriter, you are a musician yourself,
yeah.
And of course, are you a producer?
No, I'm not a producer.
Why not production? You really bad at So you have said this year you may decide like you want to move into music fully. So I discovered you during the Ordinary Challenge. That's where that's where I noticed. Yeah, little homie can really spit some buzz.
Yes.
So I'll say I'll ask you. So what really drove you into music? And of course, if it's music, why hip hop? Because ungeamua kuimba bongo mse.
Acha sana niseme like mimi nilingia hip hop mostly, hata music jua gang flani ilikuwa inaitwa Chosen tukiwa high school. Yeah, so Chosen ilikuwa na comprise Mr. Ree. Amekuwa featured kwa one of the songs umesikia earlier. Na ilikuwa na Blueless 16 who is also a member of Deep State Mob na Mike MG. So tukioko form 2 hapo ndo alianza usanii. Sasa tukiwa shule wao wanafanya presentation.
Adonipe panda atakuwa tupate.
Sasa Mr. Ree alikuwa na rap kwa mbele ya church Sunday service yetu wasana nilikuwa nasema like I want to be like that guy. So wakani-inspire tu hivyo nikaanza kuhang nao, nikiona tu vile wanaandika the creative processes, hadi nikajipata tu pia mimi nimejiingiza.
Ndio kama okay, liwali even me can do this.
Na nikaona I'm really good at it because nilikuwa naandika like ngoma tu za ufala huko high school, na bado presentia wase on nice, nikasema like okay,
zilikuwa mase.
So I can do this here.
So from there ndio the passion, the love grow. Ndio kama kuimake sasa commercial last year. So Ordinary Challenge, man. We have to talk about that, but we'll come to that. Tuambia kwamba how was the experience, because I felt like when ungebit Caterpillar, man. But it is what it is. So next up, Mr. Ree. What up, bro?
Okay, Mr.
Unakaje mbali na jina yako? It's the same as my name.
Mr. B.
It's the same as mine. Sasa wewe sijui niache kuku, you know, as in in Luyaland we always say if we share a name, unachukua kuku unapatia the elder one.
Okay.
Anakuachia the name.
Yeah, bro.
So Mr. Ree, what's up?
I'm good, bro.
You good?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Tonsi Radio, for having us here.
You're welcome, man. It's all about one culture. It's all about the hip hop culture, nothing else. True. So, Mr. Ree, for those listening in and watching you for the very first time, man, who's Mr. Ree?
Mr. Ree is Paul Wekesa. My official names.
Yeah.
I'm a musician. I started rapping when I was around 10 years.
Lil Wayne style. Yeah, alianza na 9.
Then from rapping, I was also interested in just making music.
Good.
Presentation, like the active music ya piano, kila kitu about it, singing, everything. In which later nikaingia high school where I got a good like environment ya ku learn music. Then from hapo idea ya kuwa producer ikakam because I wanted like to produce for myself. Sikuwa nimepata mtu kunisaidia.
Okay, true.
Yeah, that is the journey hadi nimejipata I'm a rapper and a music producer.
So you are a producer.
Yeah.
So what inspires your production? And because I've seen a couple of your work where you've been doing production, and I'll say for somebody, in this culture, I don't like to put levels on people. There is no one on a lower level, medium level. Everybody believe in production. Everybody's on the same level. So, like, what inspires your production work?
My production work is inspired by the fact that I want to bless people around, I want to share good energy to everyone. Music is an asset that can be used to transfer energy to very far places. Like right now we have technology. I can do something to make people someone in USA happy, and that's really like a privilege. It's not something I can take for granted. So I do say, let me bless people when I'm still around.
Man, that's deep. And of course, as a rapper, believe your style is one of, I'll say you guys have a unique style. It's we have those different aspects that you are able to blend. You can blend drill, you mix it with the pure rap, you mix it with the trap, and of course it's not everybody who has the capability to do that. So you as Mr. Ree first, what inspires your music? More so your writing.
My writing is inspired by some poetry. So with that, I got myself like when I have that base of being an MC, a hip hop MC where I can freestyle, I can do that. Then when all these other genres come in, it's like easy to open any. That's why you find the versatility comes so easy with us, which I appreciate.
You mentioned Uko Flani, man. Uko Flani is one of those groups I always say. To me, if I were to name like the biggest lyricist to ever come out of the 254, of course, Uko Flani will be on my list. And you talked about Eminem. Eminem is one of the biggest lyricists in the world. You talk about 50 Cent, his style is different. And of course, you said that you are inspired by the poetry side of music. So high school, ilikuwa inaitwaje poems? Ilikuwa paper 2. So wewe ulikuwa unachafua sana the rhymes, mazio kitu ilikuwa inaleta shida man.
Like high school, kuna venye chuo ilikuwa machopi, but mimi nilikuwa msee wa music sana most times. But when it came to that English part of your paper, there's a time like teacher alisema the highest anatoka high class. I think it was out of 20 something of that sort. Like the composition part ni the highest ako high class na alipata 18 out of 20. Ni nani ndio ni ule danda hakuna mtu alikuwa expect
unapata hiyo.
Nani hajapata pepe yake? Maybe yangu ilipotea ama sikumbuki kama nilifanya. Sema clap for me.
Yeah, but 18 out of 20.
Naweza kumbuka pia my mom wanaandika mashairi.
So you borrow that from her?
I can say yeah.
Okay, Mr. Ree will be back with you. Who's up next? Barack.
Yeah.
Wewe ni brother yake Obama ama cousin yake Obama? Or is just the name?
Yeah, ni fun.
Yeah. So Barack, for those who are listening in and watching you for the very first time, who's Barack?
Barack is an artist, an MC, a record producer, songwriter.
Yeah.
Based in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Kenya, and still have ties in Tanzania. And basically do hip hop, rap, and boom bap to be precise, and Afro, bit of Afro fusion. Yeah.
So you're all about the new school vibe.
Yeah, that's me.
So who's from Tanzania, man? Who's from Tanzania? Your father or your mother?
From my mom's side, half the family is from Tanzania.
Nice. So you bring in that bongo vibe, ama you haven't grown in Tanzania?
I think I do to like Kenya more. Yeah, Kenya is much more better. They have a strong hip hop culture there, but Kenya is far more versatile in many ways.
Yeah, I've heard of the Tanzanian vibe, and mostly it's all about how do you call it? Ikifika ni mashairi, like those guys how they structure their songs, when the rhyme schemes, everything, it's all about, then plus the message. So is that what inspires you more when it comes to your writing and production? Because their style, I'll say, it's not that big in terms of hip hop, but it's unique.
It's unique, but okay, for them, I think the only difference is, or whatever makes them much more superior, or what makes them think they're superior, is that they're using, I think, is it Kiswahili Sanifu and Mufti?
Yeah.
For them, back in Mwanza, what they call the Kenyan or Nairobian style is, they call it a corrupt
style.
Corrupt style. Like we use Swahili, English, Spanish, and a couple of other languages in one language. So they think that's corrupt. That's why I can't say don't respect, but they don't really appreciate it that much. Okay. Yeah.
So as I asked Mr. E, when it comes to production, I really respect all producers, because I know the idea of making a beat to mastering to engineering, all that style, man, it's hectic work. So I'll ask you again, what inspires your production? Barak,
as a record producer. As a record producer, I think for me, I always have this idea of like I can be. First of all, let me make this clear. There's a difference between a record producer and a music producer. Yeah, so Mr. E is a music producer. I'm a record producer. Basically, just to make it much more simpler, if DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, what he does, most people don't understand. At some time, he makes beats. That's being a music producer. But this bringing like two different artists of two different genres to make one style. Now that's record producing. Yes, that's what I do. Like I am working. I have records which my vocals are not there, but I own it because I bought 2 or 3 different people on one record, and that's basically it. And it was inspired because for me in my family somehow everyone had their own taste. True. Not everyone was centered in rumba or everything. Being that I stayed with my grandpa, my grandpa was more into rumba and lingala. My grandma was into something different. They call it ohangla. And now from her people now in Tanzania, they also had the bongo and every other thing there. And here, Tarab, here in Kenya, I was listening to like the Jipuka, Kapuka, Genge, and all that. So like somehow I just found myself being able to know when Genge and Tarab can be infused, when Jipuka and Bongo can be infused. True. Yeah. So that's deep, man. Yeah. So you talk about DJ Khaled. Yeah. And a lot again don't understand. He's an executive producer whereby he has this idea and he knows that Spree and a man like Mr. E will fit into that idea. So he brings them together, they jump on a track, then they make that track. So would you say he has been a big inspiration to you in terms of your work, in terms of also your music? Because he sings, anasemanga, when he said with the best music, man, that's a verse. That's a verse, yeah, for sure. But it's just like DJ Spinal, who are Nigerian to DJ Spinal. Not DJ Neptune. It's the same thing.
DJ Maforosa again. We have who else in South Africa? Who Jama Jerusalem? What's his name?
Master KG.
Master KG. Also, they happen to do the same thing.
Yeah, but for DJ Khaled, it's deep. I think most people don't really know that DJ Khaled is a good songwriter, because he has literally written a lot of records for people, even female artists like her. Yeah. Like people don't know that. People just assume what he does is just shout.
It's to shout. Another one.
Yeah, but Umse actually, akona like a lot of work, and to some extent he's inspired me because he has this listening ear, and most of the time I usually take time to listen to or try to understand, put myself where, like, how did he come up with this record?
True.
Yeah, like for example in his other album Father Vasad.
Alieka
alieka record fulani Capleton from Jamaica and some hip hop artists. That's a record that nobody would have assumed in guy exists. No?
True.
So trying to imagine what mindset was this guy when he actually thought this could work. You know, that's what I always try to envision. And of course, mostly more than DJ Khaled, I think Mr. Ree is mostly the most inspirational person in the group. He has been able to inspire me also, very much, because he also has that ear, like he can trigger something out of nothing.
He has a taste of good music.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, we'll come back to you, Barack. Who's next?
My full name, so yeah.
Blue Lace.
Yeah.
So Blue Lace, who again will start again from the top. Somebody who's listening or watching you for the very first time.
Yeah.
Who's Blue Lace?
Blue Lace 16 is a producer, songwriter, singer, rapper, all that good stuff.
So you do everything, man. You can sing, you can rap. Are you related to Tory Lanez? You can sing, you can rap, or are you related to Drake? You can do the same.
Tory Lanez is partly Kenyan, so you never know.
You never know. We're getting to that. So Blue Lace, I'll say, so you do a lot of things, huh?
Yeah.
Is it for the love of money, or is it for the love of game? Because me, I'll say a lot of people that I've interacted with, they love to touch. What to make so? Wanasema kushikashika everywhere because they believe like a place kutakuwa na breakthrough. So on your side, you do a lot of things. Is it for the love of the game, or is it because you feel like maybe if you cannot make it as an artist, you can make it as a producer?
For me, music is one of the things that come most naturally to me.
Yeah.
And before the money, before anything else, you know, music was there. And I always tell people it starts and ends with the music. So yeah, it comes naturally to me. Alafu, I project it out and I push it out with the energy that inspires me. Yeah. So
how would you describe your style of music?
My style of music is definitely, kwanza napenda kucheza na maneno. Like nikiandika ngoma, I always believe there will be a word or words that will fit. Words always exist na hazitaisha. So anything I do, I make sure like words will always fit. That's one thing, kucheza na maneno. Another thing, my music is melodic. I like adding melodies, different melodies to my music, and harmonies as well. Yeah. I'm big on rhythm, so when I rap or sing, lazima nieke like alterations mingi ama syncopations mingi kwa my raps na vitu kaizo. So another thing, my music is deep.
Yeah.
Always has a deeper meaning to it. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I love that part. You say deeper. So when it comes to deeper, with the matter of how will I say, when it comes to deep, is it deep from what you have experienced, what you have seen, or just being a lyricist? You know, being a lyricist, you have to be creative. And when somebody speaks about my music is deep, what always hits my mind is it an experience you've been through, you have seen it happen, or just you being a creative artist?
Yeah, I definitely add my own experiences to my music. Yeah, that's one. Another thing is seeing what people go through, especially people close to me. I incorporate their stories into my music as well. Alafu, things that just happened like randomly. Naweza kuwa inspired by this microphone. It's just right about a microphone. Vitu hizo. So it comes in three ways, naweza sema. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So Blue will be back with you. So next up we have what? Bena.
Yeah.
Uliamua Kiswahili, wewe mambo ya kizungu. You English ampatani kabisa.
Na versatile, hata Kikuyu kidai naweza kupea.
When wale wa how do you we had a cipher, one of the biggest cipher. Ilikuwa inaitwa Thika Road something. Do you remember that? If you're a cipher fan, we had that Thika Road something, and of course we had the ule jamaa wasifiki tao. What was his name? So with you, Bena, now for those watching again and listening you for the very first time, who's Bena?
Bena, first of all, the creative. I'm a person who lives in the imaginative world a lot.
Creativity.
I like to introspect and create things ranging from film, music, but basic zote zinaanzia correct.
Nice.
Like my bro Spree alisema.
Nice.
And yeah, he likes how the words fit and everything. I believe just like how you said, it all starts and ends with the music. Hadi pia logic ama thinking, it all starts and ends with the words.
It's all about music. You talked about movies, and something hit my mind. We've had those guys who started in music. I'm talking about Jimmy Fox. I'm talking about Will Smith. I'm talking about Ice Cube, and they were able to transition from music to movies. So, are you aiming towards the direction in that music is your stepping stone to movies, or is it just all about the culture?
Actually, I don't need the music to step to the film. Like, it's already here right now. I'm a director more so, not an actor.
Not an
so
actor.
I prefer the writing the
scripting and
then now directing it, getting the group of
Here's a
artists
film out.
together.
Here's a film out. We'll talk about that. So the aspect of a film, hip hop, it's all about also visuals. We cannot just listen to audio all through. So amongst the group, are you the director to quit Mr. Kenny wa Mob Deep?
I can't say I'm a director, but we usually collaborate on ideas. For example, if he has an idea, he'll share it with me and see if I have something to add to it or where can we change, and likewise I do the same. For example, my first ever collabo we did with Barack, and in the part of the planning process for the music video, he did a lot of the heavy lifting, despite me being the film director. So it's not that I'll be in that chair all the time.
So it's all about
everyone gets the chance to express the ideas, and the better the idea, we have to listen to it.
So it's all about like the teamwork, right?
Yeah.
So like, what inspires you as an artist, as a writer, as a filmmaker, as a director, as you, the way you are? What or who inspires you?
Speaking honestly, I'd say for me the person who inspires me the most is like other people. When I'm in my room, you're alone, and you just want to chill, have some good vibes.
Yeah.
You go on YouTube, search music from someone else, or you watch a movie, or you read a book, a poem, or having to see something that is created by the mind of someone else. It intrigues me. Nanifanya nifikirie like mse alifikiria in which mind state I can create his stuff, and that inspires me to create my own too.
So it means you are observant with the environment. And at which point did you discover that me and music, we are buddies? At which point? Because nobody's born akipenda muziki. Me, I'll say, man, like my uncle used to play a lot of hata si rumba lingal, the songs for anaitwa nani, like the likes of Awilo. Like my uncle used to play those stuff, man. I'm like, what? Hizi ni nyimbo gani, man? So you see now in the process, like when I grew up, is when I understood like the power of music. So at what instance did you say, man, this point naweza nika pinpoint niseme, this moment is when I realized, man, me and music, we are buddies?
That moment would be in 2018. Tukiwa studio flani Kangemi.
You from Kangemi?
No.
Ulitembelea huko? Because I grew up in Kangemi myself.
The rap group chosen, nilikuwa minimse, I was interested in what they were doing and all that. Nilikuwa part of the organizing team behind the scenes. Lakini for the most part, naenda nao my events, my shows, naenda studio, naona venye wana move. Alafu time moja, there was this beat. They were planning to write a song on it, but they hadn't written on. So I had an idea of a hook, and they just encouraged me, we ingia booth
bwana, acha jokes.
Kuingia tu hapo,
the tension,
unasikia venye unaingianga hiyo mlango inafungwa, it's really quiet with the headphones
zako,
and then the beat comes on. That's sparkling.
That's the moment you knew.
So that's when you decided, what, me and music, man, let's do this.
Let's go.
Okay, right, guys, right in studio here, I got a group of people, man, and of course we are having this amazing conversation. I'm talking about Deep State Mob. They call it monkey business, and of course that's the conversation that we are having right here in studio. I'm talking about a deep state mob in the building, a man like Benas Pri, and of course a man like Blue 16, and of course Barack also is in the place, not forgetting Mr. E. And definitely, as I said, when we come back, Eric Omondi anatubu. Eric Omondi anatubu. So beginning with you, Mr. Spree, wacha tuanze na wewe. You've been in the game for a while, but before we get into Eric Omondi, so COVID-19 happened, man. Like, were you in the game back then? And then if you were in the game, how an influence or an effect was COVID-19 to you?
Okay, apparently, like, acha niseme, ironically, ironically is the right word. Year 2020, your time in lockdown. Your time ndo nilikuwa active sana kuliko the previous years when nilikuwa in music, just cause mimi nilikuwa student most of the time. So ukapata yote ya pandemic, kuna ma lockdown nini, shule zifanyike nini.
So ulikuwa free.
Nikachukua hiyo opportunity, tukiwa na Mr. E na Bara tukafanya kazi mingi. In fact hata hiyo mwaka nilidrop my first album ever. Ilikuwa ni 12 Trapo. So mimi niliona kama like a lot of time in my hands to push my limits and to increase my catalog na vitu kaizo. So hadi nikashoot videos, hadi Dash nilishoot hiyo time ya pandemic.
Time ya pandemic.
Mimi nilichukua toka opportunity ya ku improve my skills na vitu kaizo.
So it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah. True. Now so before I let you go, Eric Omondi, or rather like Eric Omondi, hata kisikia tunamwongelea, you will feel so happy, like the music industry itself, man, in the 254, man. Like, what's happening? Is it okay? What's happening? Because I'm trying to understand, man, on your view as an artist or on yourself, man, unaweza sema nini?
Hot take. Ini hot take kabisa. I think Eric Omondi's vitu anasema ni right, to be honest. Ni ile anazisema
the wrong way.
Anazisema the wrong way, cause hiyo topic alikuwa anaongelea juzi ya like foreign artists kukamu, kuna wanapewa bag, wanaangushia domi
na anaperform paka mushadha, man. You know, Ruga was paid around 3.6 M just for sijuni 30 something minutes, man.
Supposed to perform for an hour. Alafu watukawa kadinali huku Kenya wakaitisha
even 400k.
Hadi 400k, 500k.
Mza consider like for what?
So like mi swali yangu ni like promoters wanasikia uchungu hiyo do ikirudi kwa wasanii wa Kenya ama sielewi, because huku Kenya tunaweza sema the bigger artists than Ruga. Kuna watu kama BN, akina Sauti Sol, but sidhani kama akina BN rate kadeo ni 1M per show, si ndio? Na Ruga alipata 3.6 M for
30 something minutes.
Show Sauti Sol inaweza go for hours hadi 2 hours.
Those guys wako na catalog, man.
But wao kitisha hiyo like 5M ama hiyo 11M yenye Diamond alikula, promoters wanashika moto. So sasa Eric Omondi naona vitu anasema mingi ni right, ni ile tu ajui ku put it in the right way. I think hata hiyo ni like point yake, anadai to gain attention, so atasema in the most ridiculous way, but akona a few points zenye anaweza support.
Is valid. So on your point, is there anybody to be blamed in the game? It is what it is.
It is what it is. You realize that you blame
anybody.
We just clap for the ones when you're gonna win, so you can wait for your turn.
Because I talk about this because as radio presenters, man, and DJs, we've been on the spot. You guys don't play Kenyan content, man, sijui nini, all about that. Others will blame the artist. Oh, nyinyi mtupay content. So it's been all about huyu anarushia huyu. Man,
I think
Mr. E, like, what do you have to say, man?
Okay, what I can say like about the music situation in Kenya is that when one thing is wrong and everything is wrong, it's not about blaming maybe the artists for not delivering the content, those who hype the music content for not like giving the artists opportunity to have their stuff being heard outside there. I think back then Kenya was somewhere in Africa, in East Africa.
True. I always tell people this before we even continue. I always tell people this. Like P Square, they're the ones who copied our style. You know, in the late 90s, I'll say the guys like Isa, the guys like Ogopa DJs rather, and this other one, and Khalif, they were like blowing the music scene. And our guys in the 254, they were winning. Even we had that, it was called O Channel Awards or MTV something. Channel O Awards. So they were winning all around Africa. So P Square, they saw that, they copied that, and then now they started to revolutionize the Nigerian music industry.
If you go back, you'll find that Nairobi was like the base of African music.
Msisao Kamfumula.
Actually, back 2003, when Kina Gidi Gidi Maji Maji were there and they were doing authentic stuff.
Big
it's
things.
It's not about me rapping in English or Kiswahili.
Even Luo, man.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
Like, everything was going right during that, but what happened is, I think there was a moment when the mantra like kupitishwa the right way, and those who were there also were leaders. Then there's so much like I don't want to say corruption, but there's a certain point where music is not like respected as
the way it's supposed to be respected.
The way it's supposed to be respected.
Yeah.
You'll find something that is trending in Kenya is what, if I do a song about the deputy president of Kenya, everyone will want to listen because of that, not because of the basis of
what you are doing,
the poetic stuff I'm doing, the cadence, the vibe I'm giving, and that's the problem now with the artists or the creators of the music. We are not into the process. We are not ready to learn. I know people like Cedric, Khalif,
the one from Khalif, Clemo, the one Ule Miwani.
Yeah.
We had Lucas from Mogopa, Musyoka from Homeboys.
You find those people are music literate.
Yeah. They know what they're doing.
And they know what they're doing.
Yeah, apparently it's true because like Lucas went to learn, was it in Iraq or somewhere? Yeah, he went to do music, man. Yeah, that guy went to do music engineering in Iraq or something like that. And that's where they met like DJ Cave, the one for NRG Radio, the one of NRG Radio. Is when they met Uko Ivo. Like those guys went to learn music in Iraq.
Yeah, you see, like there was that process.
Yeah.
Then what happened is that it was forgotten, and everyone was like, this like a shortcut to make it. It's a shortcut to fame, to politics. You understand what I'm saying? So from that, the Nigeria people were complaining about, they borrowed that from us and
they perfected it. They stuck with it.
And right now, if Ruga has this song playing in your girlfriend's playlist and you have your song, trust me, the engineering that has been done on that song,
it's way different.
It's already like superior. Yeah, because there are like 50 minds behind that production. But in Kenya, you are like
the beat maker, the engineer, you are the una master, you do everything.
Because the akuna ile, like there's no that unity for purpose. But like, how am I benefiting? It's not all about making that dope thing fast.
As long as I'm paid, man, I'm easy.
Yeah. Now that's the problem with
music.
And the other problem comes when you find that now those we're expecting to, we have good musicians.
True.
Like,
me up was convinced otherwise.
Yeah.
We have good music in Kenya.
But the issue now with you presenters, DJs, and those we expect them to hyper music is like you'll also go for people who have the numbers. People who have the quality.
Yeah.
And with that, those who should be giving us good music are sidelined and are being listened out there. From my experience, I can say the listeners I'm getting, I don't want to say I'm good, but just from the I don't want like to proclaim that on my own.
Yeah.
But from the listeners I'm getting, mostly is not from Kenya. It's been listened out there.
From outside Kenya.
Yeah.
Dope,
no one is doing
man.
research to
Dope,
find
man.
these underground.
True.
musicians. And then now that is the issue. Alafu kuna hii perspective ya this is local. This is local, and people really don't expect you like to pay you if we're sharing the same roads in the same traffic jams. Why should I pay you 3 million? I'd rather pay someone I don't know.
3 million to come and put the numbers for me na nimalize hiyo kesi.
Yeah, in which it doesn't make sense at all.
Man, that's deep.
Our authenticity, as I said earlier, I really liked like when people used to sing about kina gidi gidi maji maji. It's all gone. We're all copying the
other styles
coming from outside.
Yeah.
It's not that like you people don't have your own, in which we abandoned our own.
We had that. For real, we had that. Yeah.
So it's all like, it's not about you or you, it's all about everything wrong. Then the government, you find the government has no police.
Man, hapo kwa serikali man.
Compared to Nigeria, where
music it brings around
even Tanzania.
Yeah.
There are policies where even advertisements are not allowed to use music from outside.
Yeah, that's Nigerians. They said, you canot advertise if you're not from Nigeria. So like the voice of artist, all the other stuff should be from Nigeria.
Yeah, now you see the issue is not about artists, about Eric Omondi, about Bien. It's about the entire
system.
Beginning to end.
Yeah.
Benga artists are making
money. Benga artists wanakafunga. Miracle Baby, my homie, he decided, you know what, I'm not going to do this gengeton stuff. He went back to singing Mugiri. That guy nakafunga.
Yeah, he got the authenticity, and the people like that.
Yeah.
But it needs to be embraced in all manner. It needs to be given quality. It needs to be given attention. It needs to be given support from the government. Yeah, it's all about the entire stuff.
Man, that's deep. So, when I come to you, Baraka, you are a record maker, and of course, producers have been on the spotlight.
Yeah, for sure.
When it comes to the quality of music they produce, I remember back in the day when I was growing up, like for you to record a song, you had to make a demo, and the producer had to like your demo first, so that you be given a chance now to go record. And if you are not singing something that is of importance, walikuwa nakwambia man, you're not recording with us. So do you think nowadays, because mtu azakuwa na inaitwanga Adobe what we have here record audio audition or Audacity or something like that, then you download beats from now where you are a producer. So do you think like producers do play a role in the quality of music that we have in the 254?
A very big one. Very big one. Like it's very big. Like whatever happens, let's say if someone like Burna Boy decides to record music, like to make a whole record, there's an engineer who does the mixing. Like his work is only mixing.
Yeah, Octopizzo talked about that before even continue. He said his song, before it gets to even the final stage, he has a producer who records his vocals. He has a beat maker different. He has a guy to master different. He has an engineer different. Like it goes around 6 to 10 hands before now you hear the final.
Yeah, and I think that's where the difference is, because you find some of us some way, because right now that's what we can afford.
Yeah,
like there's one person who's supposed to record you, do the mixing, do the mastering. To some extent, if this guy is tired, his creativity is boxed into one place. He can't think beyond this.
He has
point.
Listened to your lyrics, man, all
couple
through.
Of times, and which is unavoidable. Everybody has that block at some point, the creativity block. But what these people do from outside of these big artists like Burna Boy or Diamond is they have different people for recording, mixing, mastering, any censoring, all these other things they're done with different people. So this means whole different creativity levels. That's why before we get it into our radios and everything, before you compare it to like an up and coming artist or an underground artist, that's different. Like the quality is super different. Even if you decide to like pirate it, like the quality still won't be
the same.
Yeah, we won't be the same. You won't get the same thing that the guy actually distributed. Yeah, and I think the producers are making a huge difference. Though, like it's not like that time when Clément, Musyoka, and the rest were like there. For that at that point, I think the resources were not as much as they are right now. Only I think I saw an interview ya Kendrezi akiwa at some podcast akina Mwaf akisema they used to go to one of the producers studio, and if you go there like say 8 a.m. asubuhi kuna line imetoka from hii studio iko like 5th floor, line imetoka from 5th floor mpaka ground floor
na 8 a.m. so
8 a.m.
meaning guys walilala hata huko like waiting.
Wote wanataka kurecord right now. Me I don't need that, like si lazima nifanye, si lazima niende kwa msika kama all these big names. I have Mr. Ree here, like I can go there. We can even make something much more different, and still like I don't have to take my records to like a certain radio station.
Hiyo siku ulikuwa unatafuta Shafi man, fika nini
man? Shafi anaweza kuambia hiyo time
Jimmy Gaff my friend.
Manze wewe msana anaweza kuambia cheki ukitaka nicheze ngoma yako kwa radio ndio bibi yako na mdai kwanza.
You have to do
everything. Like but right now it's different. We have people like you who are doing some great jobs, you know. This is something different. We have online podcasts. We have even our peers who can actually run their podcasts without necessarily having their apparent mainstream thing.
In short, mainstream.
It's almost faded out. Like nobody is seeing even this mainstream TVs and radios. They're also going online, you know.
Everybody's going online
and right now wanna find the same thing na underground artists wanatumiana links wasewa wa join easy just to see ama kuonyesha bado wako na numbers. So I think with time like certain things are changing on the positive side, but then others are becoming worse, you know, because like DJs also want to get paid. We understand that.
True. But and when it comes to DJs, msana play kitu like the fans. Kuneni, because I cannot go in a gig. I don't know if I will sound offensive, but I cannot go in a gig. I play a song yenye the crowd is not feeling. My set itakuwa boring and I will not be booked next time. But if I go to a gig, man, na nipige pale Bana Boy, everybody say hey.
Sema hatuwezi blame
anyone.
Somebody is doing what thinks is best for them.
It's best for them.
And I think Kenya unajua Kenya si kama like somebody was having this convo like Kenya is not like other countries, like even in movies like ukisikia Mnaija na act msema anakuambia use ni Mnaija from the way he's talking, you know, ama usikie Mtanzania this guy is
Tanzanian man.
But if a Kenyan is acting, you won't know unless you're told this is actually a Kenyan. You know, I think we are so diverse. It's even hard to tell.
I saw that when it comes to diversity, and then of course Kenya is one of the countries in Africa which they have access to a lot. So like as Kenyan, they have ile freedom ya kuchoose. You know, I can listen to a different sound from South Africa. Mapiano man, the wave came in. It was hot. Afro pop is hot. Bongo is hot. So like we have, and if you look at the views from hizo listens na kwanga released the most usiju watched songs on YouTube blah blah blah, you realize we support as fans, we tend to watch more of Diamond than more of Otile Brown. Now you see that. And then now you see it becomes a problem. And of course so Mr. Blue, I'll come to you. We have this aspect of stagnation, you know, like big artists, they're not spreading their wings, you know.
Look for opportunities and seize them. You know, in Nigeria, the things these guys have, and even in Tanzania, the likes of Wasafi Records, these guys have relationships with people from overseas, you know, and people who actually run this the global industry. And that's a thing that we lack here in Kenya. I think wase wamefika close to it ni Osekasa Otisol because of work na
Universal Corporation and Camp Mula, like way back. Nikita, she's gone, man. I'll say she's gone.
So I think if we seize these opportunities zenye zinakam, we can pave way to other young artists, because that's how akina Zuchu wamepewa global eyes.
True, because Diamond really alienda like Harmonize before hata atoke huko, like for him he had already gone,
because his artists are getting booked in London
now,
like
you see
twice a month.
Yeah.
Na huko Kenya tuna T-Live. The same thing with Nigeria, unapata young artists wenye wame come up to sahi wanamfanyia like a project, for example an EP or
I'll tell
a
you.
small album inakuwa marketed globally and wanaanza kushine tu hivyo, and that's like an upcoming artist. Who Kenya, it's so hard since tuko so closed to our kabox na wale wasa wametoka hawashikilii watu mkono. I get, so I think that's the difference between us and si wenye wamepenya.
Just to add on that, I think pia kuna ile aspect ya CP ya ma OGs wetu, like au pia wanaogopa kuinvest. We can't blame them because unaweza invest and then your do isirudi. Maju uta make a record, utaleta all this team, semeka record label ya kila jeko into Dreamville. Awali book a whole apartment, like a whole apartment. Iko na producers more than 10. Videographers and all those people who are involved in the production, wakakuwa na a period ya creativity, wali create a whole thing. That means that's money. Because I say lalinja, I say
wanakula, at the end of the day watalipo, equipment needs to be bought and serviced and stuff like that.
Na ndio ufanye kitu kama inamaanisha ukoshua hiyo ndio inarudi. Huku Kenya I think kuna ile phobia ya neza fanya then ndio yangu ikose kurudi. No, so far I don't think that kuna mtu amefanya like kitu so huge that mi kwangu up to now sijaona kuna msame go overboard kabisa. Akasema this project I think Midnight Train ilikuwa a thing, but
that was
the only people close to that.
But I think there was an like international record label that was involved. So if we make that normal, we normalize that type of ethic, I think tutakuwa different.
And talking of the same, the OG alikuwa anaongea during an interview, akasema ya kwamba he did a song with YC from Nigeria. I don't know if you know that song. He said he spent almost 1M on the video of that song. And then it flopped, man. YouTube was on wanapatia 200k views. Then he was like, hii ni hasara.
I can understand something about the music business, especially if you take keen interest in the songs from international platforms that have reached us. You find that, let me use an example of Drake. He'll have a hit song with catchy melodies, beats, and everything of creative, right? Of course, that is investments. He has used the top
producers, engineers.
Then it comes a point where investors have invested in it. Where you're doing advert in the music videos. True. In the lyrics, you are advertising brands and that's advertisement.
No nini, I talked about White Rose. There was a song that they did with Jua Kali and I don't know who. Like back in the day, they were saying that if you just say a word of that brand, man, you have your nini.
At the same time, before it's out, you invested in playlists, invested in
promotions.
You are paid for like the first 2 weeks of airplay. That has all been invested in that song. So once it's out, everything is right with it, and nothing can stop it from going. But when you say you just gave 1 million in production,
and then the rest,
it doesn't guarantee you. No one will listen to that song because you spent $1 million
on that song,
on it, or whatever amount. It's all about how you plan the entire stuff to the end. It's real business. It's real business. You cannot. It's like this is where I'm tapping and it's because of this, and the minimum I can get from this
is this.
Like almost 100% sure about that. That's what big labels do. Even they'll take a sound that is on vibe, like they know Lil Baby is what people are listening to right now. He has the frequencies,
he has the masses, he has everything,
and this is the theme he's going to do because this is what he's doing around people. So it's like almost a sure bet thing. No one will ever care about, I invested this amount. And then the other problem is that actually most artists in Kenya, or what I see, they invest in clout. They invest in like attention.
more than the work they do.
itself,
Yeah, the entire work. You know, it's supposed to come from everything, your time, everything till after release. Where are these songs going to be played? Like, I'm investing on attention.
Yeah. How long
Need
is
this
it?
song to reach you?
How long is it going to take?
Sometimes you open your YouTube and some video from someone like from US or UK pops at the top.
Yeah.
Ask yourself why is it that mine doesn't do the same? Why is it that this socialite did a short clip of this song? Because probably the socialite was paid for this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so there are those behind scenes responsibilities that you have to cater for and force that song for the first 2 weeks, then let it go. Yeah.
If you believe in your work, let it go. So Bena, I'll come to you. I cannot leave you out of this conversation, Bena. As we've also been in the game, huh? Yeah. And this conversation, it's eating up my head. You have listened to what the others are had to say, and of course, I'll bring you straight to E-point. You're clouting.
Yeah.
Do you think is it helping musicians in the 254?
I think first of all tunafaa tujiulize one thing. What is an artist?
And what is art?
Yeah, an artist is someone that
Expresses himself through art.
expresses themselves through art. Exactly, and how you're expressing yourself, it's going to speak a lot on your identity.
Your identity.
So I believe that being authentic, people will feel that they have a real connection to you. And if you are just doing it for the clout, I feel people will still, they'll see you as a person, but they know that they're not interacting with the real you. They're interacting with
The clout
facade
you.
that you're putting on so that you can benefit from it.
True.
So I think it depends on what the artist wants. If you want to be in people's lives to inspire them, motivate them, and like really connect with them on an emotional level, even you have to be real in everything you do and what you say. And yeah,
If you had the power, man, if you just had the power, you wake up one day and you have this power to change the whole game in the 254, man, what will you do?
the whole game in the 254.
Yeah. If you had to change, or if you had to change something in the game in the
Yes,
254, I have the power that I can change. I can change. If I was to change this and this, the music industry will be bigger than the way it is now.
Honestly, for me, what I'll change about it is the ideology.
The ideology.
Juu kila kitu inaanza kwa mind. And bro, like you see the people that came before us, people like Kuko Flani usually listen to their lyrics hadi unasikia vitu wanasema,
It's relatable.
They're talking about even like conspiracy stuff, vitu za governing. Music came from a point where it was led by revolutionaries to watu wa TikTok bana.
So TikTok. That's dope.
If I could change one thing, ndo hiyo, cause Kenyans are very woke people. Na hadi music wao usikiza, okay, obviously kuna zile za sherehe tujibambe,
Lazima tupige sherehe.
but the real type of music, utajua mbona Wakenya wanapenda reggae, black liberation music, wanapenda hip hop. Yani ni wase they like wanapenda stuff ina speak to real life situation.
True.
Unatoka hapo yani umebenefit with some knowledge.
That's true.
Yeah.
Definitely, guys, if you're joining in for the very first time, this is one for the culture right here on Tonzi Radio, as sweet as it is, man. And of course, I'm rocking with the Deep State Mob up in the building. And of course, without wasting time, now let's come back to Deep State Mob. Ilianza when? Who was the idea? Deep State Mob ilianza siku gani? Nani alikuwa chief engineer wa Deep State Mob?
Class rep.
The class rep.
Okay, thanks for this opportunity. My boys wamenipea like ni privilege when wamenipea opportunity ya kuelezea about the entire game. it's quite historic. Naweza sema from my point. Naweza sema from point yetu wote like. But acha nianze from me. I first met Blue 16.
No, Blue ndio alikuwa kwanza ulipatana na yeye.
In high school. Kwa stack yake.
Rapa marapa. Ndio alikuwa kuja madem shule. Hapo ilikuwa boy school.
Yes,
Oh, funky.
But then there's a day Upsali present. Ilikuwa wiki ya journalism. So he presented mbele ya shule. Then nikamsikia. Then I was just going, hey, uniform one pia like. Then miss dengine the Saturday journalism Saturday day ilifako epic. I also presented. Then tukapata na music department tena. Anafanya music.
Unafanya music.
Same instruments, so tuko under the same section. But then yeah, like from me nasema yeye alikuwa somehow more knowledgeable and alikuwa na catch up mbio.
Yeah.
Say tukatuma best eventually. Then it just reached a point like from interests ziki come together, like when you find someone with the same interest na mtaanza kuroll pamoja. Yeah, without MG pia alikuwa na kerere. There's ayuko hapa anaitwa Michael MG.
Mike MG
alikuwa pia na kerere. Kwa nenda class of rap ngoma. Then umsadi hadi rap. That we came together, then we just started like drumming and doing some shit like last time we were high school village chubu. So we do something to have fun.
Yeah, you have to have a reason other than kusoma. You have to have a reason why you love school. And for you guys ilikuwa ni music. So it was you first, then Blue 16
from my channel.
From your channel.
In a connection. Biggie,
so you Blue 16 and then now Mike MG is in the game. So you are three of you now.
Yeah.
So the river continues,
So ile kuroga watu wakajua, then we started performing together after time. Alafu from hapo watu wa interest kama Bena akajoin and Selmati show. Bena was in charge of that. Pia kuhype Master Fair to Spree pia from the other side. Akakuwa interested. Alikam kwanza kana dai beats. Tulikuwa tuna produce na himself kwa music, like tunatumia computer za shule ku produce music.
Yeah, kutengeneza music.
Like akili yetu unajua ukipata mtu mwenye amekuwa akili the same
dream and it's all na move towards the same direction.
So unapata mmefanya vitu zingine crazy. Tumelala kama music room weekend yote tuonekane class, we just trying to push tunaona mbele like after chuo and stuff. So from hapo si Bename join
Spree amejoin.
So kutoka shule like
so okay unaenda mbio. So like now the five of you or the six of you ilikuwa ni still shule bado, you Blue 16 Mike and of course Spree and Bena, so still hii bado ni shule bado.
Yeah,
ni shule.
Kuna mwingine aitwa yani
pia alikuwa shule still.
So as friends and si watatu ndio tulikuwa tunajulikana kama like rappers. So we came with
no like nyi watatu mjikakaa rappers but you needed like a movement. Unataka sema kuongezeka pale kwa movement.
So watu wana vibe na the same, just keep attracting the same energy. Alafu there's this day MDQ Mudhoni the drama queen alikuwa amekuja shule.
Yeah.
Kwa ni hivi
the talks and stuff like that.
So aka propose anataka like kuanzisha project where tutajisimamia on our project and like do we have rappers here, do we have people who can hype when you're on Instagram nini. So nikasimama mse akasimama MG because already tunajuana.
Yeah.
Alafu Bena aka come through, walikuwa wanataka mtu like genya tu bado
ikatokezea like
kuna other producers pia in which tuna wengine bado. So tukaenda so ilikuwa midterm, then tukaanza kwenda kwake akituambia do this. Hapo sio bond itakuja. So tukitoka high school still already kulikuwa na ile dream yetu tuna share.
Yeah.
And so we need to do this. Alafu with the interest of the two pia wakakuwa artist. Yeah, so we started like include kwa mangoma zetu pia tuna hoping kwa zao. Alafu mi kujoin college nikamit Barak.
Mkamit na Barak college sasa.
Yeah.
You also had the same dream.
Yeah, like I was introduced to him umse pia kwa rapper.
Rapper.
Then nikampeleka nilikuwa huko then nikamsikizisha mabeat. Then from hapo nikamwambia wazee we need to look up like to link na gang yangu, cheki usikie vile pia like niko na gang ingine. So there's a time tukua na shoot video ya kwanza yetu bandana, Baraka kakampu yakamita wase wengine. Then from hapo we just kept moving. Kuna Chosen, another like Chosen gang. So si watatu we were as one brand. So ikafika point 2020 when we saw we need to like include kila mtu
into the movement.
Yeah. So we had to like rebrand that.
True. From Chosen now.
Chosen was just one, like 3 of us as na some other artists are members of Chosen, but ilikuwa shady sama. So Chosen as a brand ika split, kila mtu akakuwa artist kivyake. So to conclude wase wengine wote we were 7. Now everyone is a brand artist of their own, but we are under the same roof as a collective. We do our stuff together, we produce our own music, gigs and everything we do together. So Deep Set Mob is the name that came. We had suggestions, then there was Deep State. Why? Because of power.
Watu wa serikali.
Yeah. And mob pia, like that was Spree's idea. Let's use mob because that mob mentality means
that mob wanasemanga not ila kupiga watu, but the mob justice is like a movement ya crowd, you know.
Kwa tu wanaogopa kichikia this need respect of acha ni
wanajua tuko in the place. So how long have you guys been together?
From 2020.
As Deep Set,
like officially.
Yes, Deep Set.
From 2020, 2021, we are now in 2022.
So this is 2 years.
And I can say ever since it came to Deep Set Mob, we had to like, everything needs really to represent that name, from our quality, from everything we do.
So writing, production, music itself, and everything about that.
We getting how we do our presentations and everything. We just have to be the Deep Set, where it's untouchable.
Yeah.
Relatable with other artists. They can never like predict what we do next, but we always want to be like us.
Yeah. Now, like real quick, Barak, since you joined Deep State Mob, how would you say it has influenced you as an artist? Because individually you guys also have your own projects individually. So since joining Deep State, how has it influenced you as an artist, as a producer also?
Yangu ni deep vibaya sana. Mimi nilikuwa na maisha fulani haikuwa that good. Nilikuwa naishi maisha ya kihuni kifulani. So time niliget hiyo like something to distract me ama to keep me away from certain things.
True.
Like at first ilikuwa ngumu cause nilikuwa na hanga na ase kwangu walikuwa like this guy is tough man.
Wakati vibe.
Kwa muziki kwa lakini kwa hiyo muziki samara ni strong than what mentality yangu ilikuwa that time, cause me kwa kichwa yangu ilikuwa like you have to be a real nigga, like you have to be tough
unafaa
kupigana every time. But with time nikikwanza niki engage na msekari mentality yake ni different towards life, spree the same. Bena is even unajua. So nikaanza kuwa na different perspective ya life, nikaanza tu ku change, and then at some point something saved me. Sijai semaga kwa group watajuanga tu in future, but that's when I realized Deep State Mob now. This is now the family I needed.
This is the family.
Yeah. So I mean it changed in a lot of ways, my mentality, my way of walking, the way of talking.
Yeah, everything. Man.
Yeah, at least squeeze singengi tuna kifua kila mahali. Natumia akili kwanza.
Lazima watch the weather.
Yeah.
So Bena, also the same question to you, man. How would you say Deep State Mob has changed you as an individual first, and of course, how has it helped you to grow as an artist?
First of all, mimi I think kuna any young males listening out there as a day ku advice, find your pack. Juu when you ukiona maboys, yani a group of male friends wenye like wanakupush nini, your group think mentality itafanya go so
way further.
Juu unapata wasi wanakupush, unaingia hivi kwa gang unaona wakedhike wase wengine hadi wewe mwenyewe hauhitaji kuambia, unaona nimelala.
You have to keep up.
So it makes you, it strengthens you. That's what I'd like to say. For me, it strengthens yani from work ethic to hadi
mentality right.
Unachiki venye wase wengine wana make moves zao,
It's very different.
planning process yao. Unakaa chini na msee anakuambia buda usione imetekini, I've been thinking about this for like 8 months.
8 months, yeah.
Throughout all that 8 months
Nimekuwa nikipartition in stages.
So unaona like I need to learn something from this, because definitely hawezi kuona move na wolves na wewe dogi.
Bars.
Spree!
Those are gems.
Kuja
right
hapa.
there.
Hii songesha tu kwa hata sila. Hii unasongesha tu hivi. So Spree,
Yeah.
like since you joined Deep State Mob, man, as an individual, how has it helped you and as an artist also?
Okay, Deep State Mob kwanza increase confidence yangu vitedly.
Yeah, confidence.
Because nikikuwa na people who have the same vision as me, or even bigger, na tunashare the same dream kabisa.
Yeah.
Kuna hiyo energy utapata from them, as in energy na kwanga transmittable. So ukihang na watu wako na hiyo
positive energy unapata.
Itakuwa transmitted to, so kuna mtu kama Mr. Ria hapa, man, is always so confident in whatever he does. Na anakuanga na vision, anajipush. I think anakuanga tu na months zenye anasema this month nataka niunde 3 beats a day.
Yeah.
Hata this month I think amekuwa kiunda 3 beats a day. 3 beats in 1 day, 25 days.
Naona nikiwa rapa.
Sasa mimi nakanga hivi nasema naona mtu kama Mr. Rio wa ethic yake na
It's on a whole nother level. Like music is everything that this guy, yani hii ndio anaweza fanya tu.
Nasema like hapana, mseka huyu haizi kuwa na works. As in sasa hii inanifanya nisisikie hadi ku relax ama kulala nini. Sasa nikiona Mr. Rio ameweka kwa status new beat hivi, hata mimi nasema acha niandike some bars ni. So naweza sema ime increase confidence yangu. Hadi in terms of shows hivi na performances. Leo tuko na performance by
we'll be talk about that.
Tukienda performance hiyo tukiwa as a crew, kuna tu hiyo energy different yenye uta experience ukiwa solo kwa stage. So naweza sema tu confidence na okay, songwriting pia mtu kama Blueless ame influence songwriting yangu since high school. So naweza sema tu Deep State Mob manze wamenijenga tu like artistically
on another level. So Blue, let's come to you, man. Since joining anza we ni pioneer since siku za Chosen Gang and all about that, so
OG.
The OG himself. So like since linking up with the guys, man, how has it been on you as an artist, as a producer, as a songwriter, as an individual? So you know, other than music, we have our own life, man.
In terms of music, nazasema ime open up mind yangu, because like you can be locked inside your mind in like something like a cage, and you can be lost in your mind, lakini sasa ukianza to open your mind to other creatives kama so Deep State Mob, unaanza kufunguka pia creatively, like how you write, how you say things, how you view things as well. Hawa sio inspire sana kama Mr. Ri. When I met him I was like msini nani, mbona mtu ana rap hivi, nataka kurap like ni kama nataka beef, unacheki. So kuna ile some competition inakuwa which is friendly, competition, like I want to
a healthy one.
This guy shows a weakness. Is better in a part that I am weak. And I get, so I also want to work on
your weakness
part of mine. In terms of life, sisi wote tumetoka in different backgrounds in life, and I get to learn perspective ya msee kuhusu life, na get na it adds to my character, na vile mi move as well, vile mi ubonga na wasee, vile mi nafaa kutreat wasee wengine, just positive energy all around. Msi aki slip up lazima tumuinue, tumshikilie mkono, check hapa na hapo.
We are family.
Even ndo kuenda. And then there is something powerful when men come together.
True.
And they have the same goal in life. Unakwanga na this drive,
we have to make it no matter what.
Like hakuna msi anaweza stop hata mkifanya aje. Kuna this energy that surrounds you guys. Ina force to make moves na kupush. So that's what I've been seeing from the Deep State Mob.